Hi. I don't know where you came from, but I am so glad you came. I'm Mindy Stern, and today I am with you with the third lesson in a workshop, a great workshop called Creating Money and Attracting Abundance. So I'm so glad you came. Today we're going to talk about discovering what you want. So when you want to create abundance, you want to create money and bring things into your life, first you need to know what you want. So today I'm going to give you lots of tools on how to define that. Just as a little review first, we are now in lesson number 3. So I want to remind you that lesson number 1 was about you being the source. It's that you are the foundation for all the abundance and money that you want in your life. You are responsible. You can create it. You are the source of your abundance. In lesson number 2, we spoke about actually the quality that you want to fulfill. When you want money or you want things, material things in your life, it's not necessarily the thing itself or money itself that you're interested. However, you are interested in what they can bring you, the sensations, the feelings, the satisfaction, the fulfillment, the quality of what they actually fulfill in your life. And today we are going to focus on, like I said, discovering what you want, the tools that you can use to really define what you want to attract into your life, what you want to bring into your life, what kind of things you want that money can buy and bring to you, or can come to you without even money necessarily. Okay, so let's start. First, I want to talk about a little bit about satisfaction. We said in last week's lesson, and probably in the first lesson as well, that abundance is not equal to, it does not mean a lot of, and many people think that abundance equals a lot, is quantity, but it's not quantity. Excuse me one second. Ugh, I have a little bit of a cold. Okay, sorry. Anyway, abundance is not a lot of. It's actually the quality of what you have. It's getting satisfaction from what you have, and the desire, the pull to bring more things into your life that give you satisfaction. Okay, but has it ever happened to you that you really wanted something and you did a lot of things in order to acquire that something that you really, really wanted? And then when you got it, finally, after a lot of effort, you didn't feel satisfied with it? Or it wasn't really what you expected it to be? Or that it just didn't feel right? I think that happens a lot of times, because what we're doing when we really want these things to come into our life, a lot of times we're not focusing on the essence, the quality that we really want to bring into our life. We think about the money, the big picture of money, or the big material item that we want, picture that, imagine that, attract that into our life, but we're not really thinking about what that's going to bring us. Therefore, when we get it, we're not necessarily satisfied. So what I want to do here in today's session is to help you define exactly, up to the minutia, of what you want, so that you can attract only those things that are going to satisfy you, that are going to make you feel fulfilled, that have the qualities that that support your deepest needs and desires. Okay, we want you really, I want to give you the tools so that you will be totally satisfied with everything that you bring into your life, everything that you create. Okay, and then that feeling of satisfaction is actually equivalent to abundance. That's what brings abundance into your life. That's how you can start living even today, even if you don't have a lot of money, and even if you don't have a lot of capability to buy material things, that you can start today to feel that you live an abundant life because you will be satisfied. And that's the key. I'm just going to put in parentheses right now. I work with a lot of people with managing their money. I have a business, a separate business for financial coaching. And a lot of times there we find out with the money that people are spending their money on things that do not give them satisfaction. Okay, so it's actually a waste of money because they spend it on things that don't give them satisfaction. They don't get fulfillment out of it. It's in their property. They no longer have the money because they bought that, and that leaves them in a lot of financial stress. So even with dealing with your money, what you should be doing is focusing on bringing into your life with your money the things that give you the most satisfaction. That should be your focus. You should have clarity about what you want. Okay, you should know the essence, that thing that you want, the essence of what it will bring you. What needs does that item fulfill in you? What higher qualities can you express if you or live if you have this item? It's not just the item, it's not the box, it's the packaging. It's the essence of how it serves you, how it fulfills you, how it satisfies you, how it makes your life better is the thing that you should be focusing on when you're defining what you want to create. When you think about the essence, what you can be doing is you can be thinking about the function that you want the item to perform for you. Okay? You can think about the purpose that you want it to satisfy, the reason why you want to use it. Or you can think about what it will give you, what feelings it will give you, what tools it will give you, what capabilities it will give you in order to get into the essence. Like, for example, I'm going to give a different example than I used in the last training session. For example, let's say that you want to buy a toy for your child. Okay, a lot of us have children, and we want to buy them toys. Now, what is your objective? What is the essence of the toy that you want to bring to your child? And this can really help you a lot because a lot of people spend a lot of money on filling up that toy chest for their children. So let's think about what the essence is that you actually want to get out of the toy. So I'm going to just go off the top of my head with associations of things that are important to me in my life when I was choosing toys for my children. I wanted the toys to help them with their development, my kids' development. I wanted toys a lot of times that can make them think, help them be more creative in what they're doing. I wanted toys that they can use time after time after time to keep them occupied as well. So that is the essence of the toys that I wanted. Okay, now I'm gonna, if I have a focus on the essence, that doesn't necessarily mean to get those three things. You know, the three things that I wanted are, one, that it would help them with their development, mostly their mental development. Two, I would like them to work on their creativity. And three, I'd like to keep them busy, occupied, and to use it over time. I don't necessarily have to buy a toy for them to get these three, this functionality, these three different things. Many children, especially at the smaller ages, love to go into the cabinets, the kitchen cabinets, and take out the pots and pans and play with the pots and pans. And what do you think happens? When they're doing that, they are contributing to their own development. They're getting eye-hand coordination. They're seeing things. They're seeing how the lids fit on the pots and pans, making them maybe by size. It's helping them with their development. Another thing, it's helping them think what they can do. They're being creative. They have pots and pans. So what are they going to do with those pots and pans? A lot of kids use them for building. Sometimes they want to put water in them, pretend that they're cooking, or put things in them, take things out. It is developing their creativity. They do role playing. That's developing their creativity. And if we want to keep them busy over a period of time, what is greater than that than pots and pans? Pots and pans are always in our kitchen cabinets. And they're usually pretty low on the kitchen cabinet so the children can get to them quite easily. So matter of fact, if I'm thinking about the essence of what I want, I don't necessarily have to buy a toy off the shelf in the toy store to get this essence. Okay? So what I'm actually doing while I'm thinking about this, I'm opening myself up to thinking about how I can get the essence in many different ways, sizes, shapes, formats, packaging, forms. And what I can do is I take away that connection with how the material, how the packaging looks, and I focus on the essence of what I'm trying to achieve, what will give me satisfaction and fulfillment, or support my ideals. I'm actually opening up the ability for the universe to provide me with the essence that I'm looking for in many different packages, shapes, and forms. I'm opening up the possibilities of how I can get or fulfill the essence that I'm so interested in fulfilling. And that exercise right there gives me an opportunity to live in the here and now, to get the essence that I want, not reliant on something that's going to happen in the future, but actually to do it in the here and now. It's allowing the universe to take care of me in the best way possible to fulfill my essence and give me a feeling of satisfaction and a feeling of abundance. I'm living abundance in the here and now, and it's not something that's in the future. So remember, it's the essence of what you want that is important, and you should be focusing on it. So let's talk a little bit of how you can be discovering the essence. It could be a situation in where you know exactly what you want. Let's say that you want a new car. Okay, you want a new car, and you might even have the idea of what model and make of a car that you want. But let's bring it down to the essence. Okay, why do you want the car? What need is it going to fulfill in you? What do you want to achieve out of it? How will you feel satisfied? What will you get when you get it? So remember, we want to stop that happening, the thing happening that when you really, really, really want something and then you get it and then you don't feel satisfied. That's a shame, okay? We want everything that you bring into your life to give you the sense of satisfaction so that you can feel abundant, actually. So even in a car, if you want a car, you have to start to explore what is the essence that you want. Do you want it to get you from one place to another safe and sound? Does it need to be big enough for all of your children and some of their friends maybe? Or does it just need to be something for you and your partner that you want to drive in? Is it something that you want to feel that it's, I don't know, expensive and makes a statement? Or do you want it to be a sports car, something that you can race, something to be flashy? When you look about the essence, again, it is releasing you from only one answer and broadening the possibilities for you to be able to attract it into your life. You become a magnet for the essence, and it can be provided for you. The solution, the fulfillment can be provided to you in many, many different forms. Okay? But even if you know, you want a car, a certain make, a certain model, a certain year, in order to create it into your life, besides looking at the essence, you should also start to think about the form and define the form. Okay? What color do you want it to be? What do you want to be inside of it? What do you want the material of the seats to be? What kind of accessories do you want inside? And when you ask yourself about those things, the color and the accessories and the material that the seats are made of, then again ask, excuse me, again ask the essence, why? Why do I want that color? How does it make me feel? Why do I want the seat coverings to be such and such? How does that make me feel? What need does it fulfill in me? Okay, what accessories I want? Why do I want those accessories? What are they going to do for me? So when you're focusing on the essence, it might have a particular form, but it makes the attraction much, much stronger because it's not just one thing that's attracting. There's a lot of things that you are going to talk about. And when you are discovering the essence and defining the thing that you want, get into great, great detail. There could be that the accessories that you want provide you with more than one outcome, more than one need that you want to fulfill. So be as detailed and as expansive as you can in defining what it is that you want, or the essence that you want from whatever you're going you want to produce, that you want to bring into your life. What you can do is in order to magnetize what you want, sure, it is what you want in its details, in the form, in the functionality, or you can do it just with the essence. So when you picture the form and the functionality, it might be a little bit limiting, but you'll get what you want. And it'll be more specific once you've decided that you know what the essence is. You'll know that you'll be satisfied once you get it. It won't be done in vain. And the second thing is you can just start to magnetize the essence, and then you're open yourself up to more possibilities of being fulfilled. The universe can provide you with a lot of different ways of getting the satisfaction, the fulfillment that you want, okay? If you kind of disconnect yourself from the form, okay? Okay, now here are some questions that you can ask yourself about anything it is that you want in order to be able to focus on what the essence is, to discover the real essence, the real thing that is going to satisfy you. You can ask, what essence or function do I want from this item? What are all the ways that I can use it? Is this the only acceptable form or way that I can use it? Is this the only acceptable way for it to come, that it can come, okay? Maybe there are other options that can get you in a different way. Here's a good question. Am I being open to having the best thing come? Are there other forms that will fulfill the same functions in an even better way? That's a great question. And the last question you can ask yourself in order to really discover the essence is, can I have the essence of what I want right now without waiting to buy the specific thing or have this sum of money? Again, abundance is bringing whatever you want, whatever fulfills you and satisfies you and gives you joy of life, to bring it to the here and now, to achieve it to the here and now, and that makes you even more magnetic to possibilities, okay? Can I have the essence of what I want right now without waiting? Another thing that you want to do when you're creating a definition, a clear definition of what you want. When you focus on what you want, you should be focusing on things that give you a positive feeling, that create positive energy. Okay, we spoke about this a little bit in sessions 1 and 2, and lessons 1 and 2, that what you focus on is what you expand. What you attract to you is what you focus on. So it could be that you are focusing on something you don't want, or something that you want to get rid of, or something that's not satisfying in your life. You want a replacement for that. So again, don't focus on what is lacking in your life, what you're missing, what you can't do. Let's say that you don't have a car, okay? And you really want a car because you can't, it's hard for you to get from place to place because you need to use public transportation. Okay, so you could be focused and say, oh, I don't have a car and it's very difficult for me. And that's your focus. Then it's very unlikely that you're going to be able to get out of that mode. Okay, but if you change that and start to focus on what you do want instead of what you don't want, say, I want to have the ability to travel easily from one place to another place. I want to be able to travel conveniently. I want to be able to take people with me. I want to, I don't want to have the need to carry around cash so I can travel from place to place. No, that's actually I don't want. No, we don't want a don't want, I would do want. Okay? I want to be free, and I want to be able to be spontaneous when going from place to place. Those are things that you want and not what you don't want. Okay, so focus on that. You create positive energy, and that positive energy is much more attracting than the negative energy. And the negative energy, the things that you don't want, actually reinforce those things that you don't want in your life, which you do not want to have. Okay, so when there is a situation in your life that you want to change, or you want to buy something in order to be able to not have to deal with what you were dealing with before, don't think about the negative. Think about the positive, what it will bring into your life. Okay, and another thing that you can do is not only what it will bring into your life then, okay, I want a car so I will be able to travel. from place to place conveniently, without any hassle, on my own time schedule, when I want, spontaneously, with freedom of choice of transportation, or the hours that I can travel. You're focusing on that. And say, not in the future, bring it to the present tense. Okay? Now, I am able to get from place to place spontaneously, at my own time, with my own car, at my own convenience, directly, with not having to walk anywhere, from door to door. Okay, now I'm able to do this right now. I'm doing it. Okay, when you bring it into the present tense, it makes it a lot stronger. It makes you more attractive, because again, like I said in the last lesson, that you have a horizon, and when you're looking at the horizon, it's far away. And then when you're taking, let's say you're taking a sailboat, I live by the water facing west. Yeah, so my horizon is west and by the water. So let's say you're going in a sailboat towards the horizon. What happens to the horizon? It gets further away. Okay, the horizon will always be getting further away. So we don't want to look to the horizon. We want to look to the here and now. Okay, to bring it into the present tense. I am able, I am driving my car at any hour of the day, any place I want, going door to door. I don't need to walk. Okay, bring it into the here and now. And that creates a really big sense of positive energy in you. And that positive energy is also, it's very motivating. It builds you up. Yes, that's what I want. That's who I want to be. That's the essence I want to have, that flexibility of time and transportation and door to door. I want to spoil myself. Okay? But in order to do this, it's not a situation in which you are making things up. We're talking about things that you really want and things that you really can have. Okay? If you don't really believe that you can magnetize, that you can attract into your life something very specific, it'll be very hard to generate that positive energy and motivation in order to really attract it, or to take the steps that you need to take to get that thing that you want. So if you don't believe that it's really possible, it's all it won't really be effective. What you want to do is you want to believe, or you want to attract to you things that you believe that you can. Okay, now how do you do that? I mean, I know for a fact that, let's say you don't have a car and you want a car, even if it's expensive, you don't have a lot of income, you can get a car if that's what you want. And the essence is you want to go from place to place, you want to have freedom of time, etc. You can do that. You might be at a point today in your life where you don't believe that you can do that. So what I'm going to suggest that you do is start attracting smaller things into your life. Smaller things that you believe that you can attract into your life, but acknowledge them. Okay, you wanted to attract into your life any idea. You wanted to buy I don't know, let's say you wanted to buy a coffee machine. Okay, so you went and you bought a coffee machine, and it could be that it was very easy. You just had to make the decision and you went there and you did it. But think about it. It's actually, you doing that is magnetizing, you attracting that coffee machine to your life, because if you did not believe that you can get it, you wouldn't have gone out and gone to the store, put up money on the table and bought the coffee machine if you did not believe it. But you believed it and you did it and it came into your life. Maybe it was delivered to you. Okay. So what I want you to do is recognize that you attracted that into your life. Each time you recognize it, you're celebrating your successes. And when you celebrate your successes, you actually strengthen your skill, and you strengthen your abundance, and you strengthen your ability to bring into your life even bigger things. Okay? So it's really super important to believe it and to celebrate the little things on the way. You are building the muscle of attracting things that you want, things that fulfill you, that satisfy you. You're building a muscle to attract it into your life. So look at all of the things that you bring into your life and be appreciative of it. Understand that you brought it into your life. It could be that up until now you were feeling very stuck and that your life isn't satisfying, and you can't get your business off the ground, and you don't have enough money to buy even the small things for your family that you wanted. And here, look, now you're here listening to this presentation, to this lesson, and you're learning how to change that situation. You magnetized, you attracted me and this lesson into your life. Appreciate that. Understand that you did that. Your desire to change your situation brought the matchup between us and brought me into your life. It's not coincidence that you're listening to this workshop. It's happening because it's something that you want to do in your life. It's a muscle that you want to improve in your life. There's an essence here that you attracted to yourself. Okay. So again, the motivation, the positive energy, make sure the essence is true, that the essence of what you want is what is going to satisfy you. Now I want to qualify some things. We talk about what you want, focus on what you really want. So we spoke about what you really want. Look at the essence, look at the features, look at what it's going to give you, how you're going to feel satisfied and fulfilled by it. So when you start to think about what you want, ask yourselves, okay, am I motivated to get this? Is this really what I want? Is the essence that I'm going to get out of this, is it going to really satisfy me? And if the answer is no, then it's really not something that you want. It could be another thing. You might say that you want to have something, let's say something big. I'm going to talk about, let's say you want to plan a wedding for your child. Okay, you want to have a big celebration and it's going to be very costly. So you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to compromise. It's going to be very costly. I don't have the money, or I don't feel like putting the money into that investment into the wedding. So I'm going to do something less. I'm going to do something down. I'm going to downscale it. Okay, let's say you make a decision to downscale it because of the money, not because of the essence, but because of the money. What will happen is that it will not be the way that you want it to happen. The wedding will not be a success. You'll not feel good with it because you're compromising the essence. You're compromising your satisfaction. And therefore, it will not be motivating and it will not get the outcome that you want it to get. So when I talk a lot about achieving your goals and getting things that you want, one of the things that I like to work on is it should be at least on the border of satisfaction, or within the realm of satisfaction. Let's use it that way. What does that mean in the realm of satisfaction? That the essence is taken care of. Let's say in the wedding, you want, first of all, your children to be happy. And you want to be able to invite certain people to the wedding. And you want people to have a good time. So that is the essence. So you might be able to do that for $100,000, or for $50,000, or for $20,000, maybe for $10,000, maybe for $5,000. Get the same essence, that your children will be happy, that you will be able to invite the people that are important to you, and that everyone will have fun and remember the occasion. Okay, that you need to be with the essence, and that is motivating in and of itself. But if you say, oh, if I do it like this, no one's going to have a good time, my children will be upset and they won't remember their wedding day as a big event that I wanted it to be. You reduce your motivation and you become much less attractive. So I want you really to be, you can compromise, you can change the packaging of what you want, but not the essence. Okay, if you compromise on the essence, then you're not living an abundant life. You're living a life of survival, of just getting things done. So again, the packaging is much less important than the essence. And the essence in and of itself is what it will motivate you and keep you, give you positive energy and make you more attractive. You know, those things also, it's not just when you compromise on the essence that makes you feel uncomfortable and it doesn't lead you to living an abundant life. It's also those things that you say in your head. It's the little voice in your head that says, oh, you should want this. Oh, you should get that. The word should is also not motivating. Okay, why should you? You know, you don't need to do anything. You shouldn't have to do something. You should want to. No, it comes again from your essence, from your desire. The motivating. Should is not motivating. Okay, if it comes from within, that you something that you really want, that speaks to your essence, that's satisfying, that's fulfilling, that's when you become abundant. You don't become abundant because you should have something or other. 1 second. So what you should do now is make a mental list of all those things that you want to achieve, all those things that you want to bring into your life, whether it be material, whether it just be money. Money was with like an energy. And make a list of those things and decide, do a little soul searching. What is it that you want? What's the functionality that you're going to get? What is the essence of that thing? How is it going to support you? Okay, go through them one by one. Do you really want it? Is it going to give you value today? It could be that the things that you think that you want or you should have are really old pictures of things that you wanted way back when or under very different circumstances. So go through a list, because a lot of times we have lists, that we carry on with us year after year after year, the things that we want, but actually they are no longer relevant in our lives. But we remain with the same list, and we might even feel a little bit of frustration or dissatisfaction with who we are and what we're doing because we haven't achieved those things. However, when we do this soul searching on the things that we want, those big things that we want, we could very well realize that there are some things there that we really don't want anymore, that are not relevant to our lives, our situation, our desires, to the person that we've become. Okay, they're just old baggage that we've taken from our past, or that someone else has given to us. That's also a case a lot of times. Someone else has made us feel that this is something that we should want or we should have, but it really doesn't necessarily fulfill an inner need that we have. Okay, so take this opportunity to make that mental list of all your wants and evaluate them one by one. What is the essence that you're trying to get? Does it motivate you? Is it positive? Does it create positive energy? Is it still something that you want in your life today? Does it give you support? Does it support your values? Okay, and it gives you an opportunity actually to clean house, to get rid of that list that you've been carrying around in your head of the things that are no longer important, or that maybe were never really important, and will leave you the ability to focus on those things that really you want to bring in your life, that really give you a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. Okay, and when you go over that list, what you can do is you can choose from that list what is the single most important thing you can bring into your life right now, and what can you do at this moment to start to make that happen. Now, you can have whatever you believe you can have. And you can begin, more than that, you can begin to live the essence of that thing that you want to have right now. Okay? And when you define it, you know what that essence is, and you start to live it right now, you become more magnetic. You attract more the material form of that thing to come to you, and whichever the best way the universe thinks it should come to you. Okay, so what I want to do when we're finishing up, I want to finish up with a list of a few affirmations that will help you. Repeat these affirmations, maybe write them down, affirmations, and repeat them every day in order to help yourself get more involved in deciding what you want, defining what you want to bring into your life, creating that connection to it. So the first affirmation is, I know the essence of what I want and I get it. Everything I create fulfills me. The things I create are even better than I imagined them to be. My energy is focused and directed towards my goal. Now remember, I'm putting in parentheses. These are all said in the present tense. It's not I will be, it will happen someplace in the future. It is now. I know the essence of what I want and I get it. Not I will get it. I get it now. Okay. So one quality like I like to do when we finish all of these sessions, I'd like to talk about a quality of abundance that you should try to adopt it into your life, an attitude, a behavior that you should adopt into your life is a behavior or quality of abundance. It will help you even today, now, no matter what your circumstances are, your financial circumstances are, to create abundance in your life now. And that quality is focus on how you can serve others. It's not about you, it's about them. Remember, abundance is a flow in and out from our lives. So now I'd like you to focus this week on how you can serve others. And while you are serving others, you're actually creating abundance. So I look forward to seeing you in next week's lesson, where we will be talking about magnetizing what you want, attracting it into your life. In the meantime, this is Mindy Stern signing off. I am dedicated to your personal, your business, and your financial empowerment. If you have any questions or concerns, want to discuss something, you're free to do it down below in the comments or contact me. I am here to serve you. Thank you so much and have a wonderful, wonderful day.